guys. Welcome back to the Formation Yap. My name is Viv. Viv Talks Fast Cars on Instagram and TikTok.
My name is Kira, Fast Car Kira, TikTok and Instagram. We still don't have producer Emma with us. That sounds bad. She's still here. She's just not.
Y'all,
here.
she's just taking a break. She's just taking a break for a moment. That sounded that really sounded
She's fine. She's
fine, y'all. She's okay. I am wearing my Arlington hat, my ECR Arlington hat that Java House gave me, and I'm wearing my AO Racing Roxy shirt. I can't turn it fully around, but it has Roxy in the back. And it's cute and it's pink. What are you wearing?
I have my beloved corduroy Red Bull Racing hat on that I wore for a very specific reason today. That's it. I have a black tank top on. Let me put you on something. Walmart, $4.
I'm telling you, girl, as the queen of budget, like buying stuff in a budget, Walmart be hitting.
No, Walmart be hitting. Like, they killed their spring clothes and everything. They killed it.
Yeah, like Walmart. I see y'all. I see what you're doing. Alrighty.
Today, we are talking about Suzuka and Barber. Welcome to your morning commute, because this is going to be posted tomorrow morning.
Yeah, it's guys, we've been a little bit over the place, so we might go a little bit heavier into F1 stuff because we feel like we've been missing a little bit from that, and we've been focusing on IndyCar and other things as much. Obviously, we had Connor Daly, like we had to talk IndyCar. But it might be a little F1 heavy. And we hope that you guys enjoy that. I'm kind of excited because I have things to say. I have things to say about what's going on.
So Suzuka happened last night. It's always crazy being on, I guess, all of the United States. Like, we haven't had a Sunday race yet.
It's true. It's all been Saturday.
Suzuka has the best schedule for the West Coast people, though, because it's like all in the evening. It's after working hours. And then the race was 10 to 12. So it was like I wasn't even staying up late. I got to go to bed at midnight last night.
Well, I watched like half of the race because I like last night. Like I rewatched it a little bit. Then I kind of fell asleep again. No, but I watched it last night while I was at the bar. That was really fun for me. Conversation starter with the people around me. It was great. But all I remembered was watching who was leading, and I just kind of wanted to put my phone down and just be like, okay, good night.
Yeah, my iPad died at one point, and it was post safety car. And my iPad died, and Kimmy was already back in the lead, and so I was like, nothing's gonna happen. Nothing.
Literally, I was like, the moment I saw a Mercedes, I was like, okay, you know what? It's gonna stay like this. So.
But Kimmy won. He is now the youngest championship leader in Formula One history. He joins two other drivers on the grid and having back-to-back debut wins. Who are they, Viv? Who are the other two? Trivia.
Don't do this to me when I'm hungover. Back-to-back debut.
Back-to-back debut wins. There's two other drivers on the grid. They might be the only other two in history.
Give me a second. I need to think.
They drive on the same team. That should help you.
Wow. I know. I'm so bad right now. I can't think.
Okay.
I'm
Why do
having
you think
my
I
moment
care about this?
because it was no, it wasn't that. Why do you care? Um, wasn't
Who's my favorite driver,
like I
Viv?
want to say. Well, I knew that it was like it's like Max, but
No.
like no Max. No, it's true. Max was wrong.
I also said they drive on the same team, so it's definitely
I
not
cannot,
Max.
girl. I do not know anything at this point.
You heard it here,
Who?
folks. You heard it here first, folks.
Viv doesn't know her F1 history apparently.
Charles and Lewis.
Charles was back to back on the View
Mm-hmm. He
on
won in
that car.
Spa. That's the famous quote. He won in
Oh,
Spa, he wins in Monza.
yeah, but I was like,
Those are his two. That's his debut wins. Was 2019 Spa and then 2019 Monza.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
He was supposed to win in Austria and then
I knew,
Max screwed him
yeah,
over.
Max, yeah. Girl, to be honest, I'm not that big of a Charles fan, so I probably did not even look into
I
that.
also said though, I was like, my favorite driver. I
Well,
can't get enough shut up about that man.
yeah, well, it's Charles. I know that, but then you said two, and then I'm like, who's the other driver?
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, oh. So I got stuck, and then I'm like, okay, it's Charles. But then I was like, was it Max? No, Max is not it. Because I remember, all I remember in the back of my head is Nico Rosberg.
Yeah.
So whenever I mention Max in my head, it's like Nico Rosberg appears in the back of my head. So I'm confused for a second.
So Antonelli becomes youngest championship leader in history. Do we think George is crashing out right now?
Oh, baby. That man, let's be honest. Toto is one tantrum away from offering Max, like, literally,
Mid-season
and
swap.
like make the swap
Yeah.
as fast as he can. Like, George knows that he's like, it's not it for him right now.
Yeah.
Like, he is one tantrum away from like Toto ending it all.
I feel like he's Toto's middle child. Like Lewis is the oldest. Lewis went off to college. Like
That's so funny.
The original baby boy left the house. And then George is like, now it's my time. Like, now I'm the man of the house. I'm the oldest. But what he failed to remember was that he's the middle child. Like, he's... Like, Kimmy...
Nobody's
Kimmy's the
gonna
baby
care.
of the
Nobody's gonna
Mercedes
care that
family.
much.
Everybody's more interested in the new shiny toy that is Kimmy Antonelli.
And I feel like Max is that one cousin that your parents' wishes.
He was the first grandchild. Like,
yeah.
Like, he has some kind of weird... Like, everyone's kind of obsessed with him, and you're kind of like, oh, I mean, I guess he's done well. Like, he didn't go to college or anything. Like, but... like, I guess he's successful. But then you, like, go to Grandma's house, and Grandma's like... Oh my god, baby boy, here's $100 just because.
Just because.
And then George is like, hey, like, Grandma, like, gas is expensive. And Grandma's like, gas is
expensive. How does that concern me?
Yeah, she's like, you're stating facts.
Yeah, definitely. Like, George really just... And also, I've laughed with him when he was like throwing his tantrums last year. It was really funny. But
George?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, George was really funny at one point to me, but I've never been a George fan. Like, I've never been...
I can't stand him.
I cannot...
Hold on.
He's so off-putting.
I can't stand him, and I haven't been able to stand him. I've never been a George enthusiast. Everybody said, the second you say this year that you're like, oh, I don't like George, people are like, oh, it's because he's winning. No. First of all, he won one race this year so far.
It's like... Yeah. They say that we're hate, like, people just hate because they're winning and stuff like that.
No.
But, like, when you talk, when it comes to George, it feels like he's so off-putting to me. I don't know. There's nothing that makes it likable for me.
The quote, the Max quote, where he was like,
oh,
he lashes out with unnecessary anger.
Okay, I laughed. When that happened, I laughed so hard because I was like, how is this real?
No,
how is this an actual thing?
I just feel like he sees himself as this, like, I feel like this politician. Like, he's like, feels like he's going before Congress, and it's like, no.
Like, literally.
You could be replaced tomorrow.
Like, he just feels, I don't know. I don't know. He has a weird vibe to him that I do not mess around with. Like, I don't know. Like, he was really funny when he was like, I got a McLaren up my... that was really funny. Like, that part, I give it to him. That was real funny. But it's because also I'm like, the absurdity of it all is like, how is this an actual thing that is happening right now? They just they just leave him say whatever he wants to say. Like, they just like, I don't know. It's weird. It's weird.
I feel like George is the kind of person that lays in bed at night and thinks of like one-liners.
I feel like George,
like,
yeah,
it's well known that Charles like watches quali laps before he goes to bed.
Yeah.
George is not watching quali laps. He's laying in bed thinking about one-liners that he can say to the cameras.
That man is writing scripts.
At
night.
And it's cheesy. That's what George is to me. He's cheesy.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, he thinks he's in the reality TV show Formula 1. And that's why I feel like him and Max fighting is so funny, because Max is like so far away from reality TV show Formula 1. But George is so into it. Like, George loves to say something.
And when you watch the new DTS, like Drive to Survive season, it's all George is in everybody's beans. Yeah. He's all up in it. He's all up in the beans. I'm like, my God, they just said this dude, they sat him down on a chair and he just kept on going. He ran with it. Like, I feel like the only way that I can find him kinda likable, like, sometimes it's only when he hangs out with Alex Albon. And that's the only way that I will be like, haha, that's kind of cute. Look at them being besties, and that's it.
No, I feel like, I don't know. George would be like, no, I don't gossip. But tell me the drama. And then you tell him, and you're like, oh, like, Max said this about you. And then he's gonna go to Charles or Lando and be like, oh my God, have you heard what Max said about me? And then, Lando's
so problematic.
Starter too. Like, Lando's probably
so
Lando's like, oh, of course I heard. Max told me. Should I have told you, George? And then George is like, well, yeah, it's fine. It doesn't even bother me. But then George goes in front of the cameras and is like, well, yeah, Max threatened me. Max threatened me through Lando. It's crazy. And then that's insane. Literally never said that.
Lando's just there like,
yeah. No, like, I feel like
rubbing his
they
hands
all
together.
love to pretend that they're not into it, but I feel like so many of the drivers love the drama.
Oh, they love it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, you go to work, imagine just going to work, because this is as insane as it is, this is their job. Imagine, like, going into work and not having, like, a little gossip with your with your favorite coworkers. I feel like that's the way to get
scene in Drive to Survive, when I think it's Lando gets his contract extension, but it's Charles and Carlos are sitting on the couch, and Charles is like, how long is his contract? And Carlos is like, I don't know. And Charles is like, well, you need to text him. Like, we need to know.
Yeah.
And I love that. They're like, hold on.
Like, the
Lando
same
got
way.
A contract extension? Well, is it as long as mine? Like, am I better than Lando?
Am I better than Lando?
We need to know.
Like, that one part, like, that reminded me also of that scene, like, where they're, like, Lando's telling Zach about Carlos' situation. And he's like, and then, have you, like, they're, like, gossiping about, like, where he's going and stuff like that. And Lenno's just like, oh yeah, like this other, like he's leaning into this, but this other team like reached out to him, and Saki's like, ooh, like they're just like gossiping, and I'm like, you know what, fun, love it, love that for
So, like,
them.
what rumor do you think George is gonna start spreading about Kimmy? Like, he's like about to go in front of the camera and be like, "Yeah, Kimmy, he drinks the blood of orphans before." He did it once in China, and it
Like,
worked.
and it worked for
So then
him.
he did it again in Japan, and now he's trying to find an orphanage in Miami. Like, we need to stop this.
No, this is gonna be him. Yeah, Kimmy actually, he got possessed by Arten Senna. I saw it happening. It was when that time that we went to Brazil. Yeah, I saw it happen. He got possessed. That man has the ghost of Arten Senna and like in him. We need to take matters into our own hands. Absolutely. We need to take him to church. Yeah, we're gonna get him exercised. Yeah.
Or is George gonna be like, no, this is part of the plan. Like, give the kid a bone, throw the kid a bone, let him think he's doing well, let him be a
Oh,
cheerleader for like 3 races, but then
100%. 100%.
the
And
big Canadian shift. Like, George is like, I'll let him have it for a little bit, and then zoom.
yeah, it's
Stop zoom.
like I don't know, like it's just I just can't get over it. And also like being overperformed by Kimmy, that's like kind of crazy, bro. But also it was known that the rookies were gonna be better at the new regulations, quote unquote, at the new regulations because they had just started to
Yeah, they don't have to
like
unlearn anything.
yeah, they don't have to unlearn. But also like I just feel like yeah, there's and somewhere in the world, George Russell is in a dark room going going through all of his all of the things. Like he's watching like rewatching everything and he's just staring like this, making notes where he went wrong. Like that man, I don't know. I doubt that he's having a great time right now.
Oscar finally finished the race.
Oh, thank God.
Finished on the podium.
Oh
Led
my
the
God.
finish. Thank God.
Thank God the McLarens. Y'all, I was like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Williams at least is starting.
Yeah.
They're at least
They both
starting.
finished today too.
Like, period. Like, and I love that for them. But, like, dude, McLaren, like, y'all needed to get your lives together.
They got the
And still
Ferrari
do.
special.
Yeah. I was starting to sound like a Ferrari fan. No,
Um,
guys. We got it. We like next race. We're gonna get the upgrades. Like it's gonna be good. Like
um, McLaren's upgrade package supposedly is coming in Miami. But then Fred Vasseur alluded to something in an interview, which is probably Ferrari, like trying to drive with 3 wheels or something. But he was like, "Oh, the championship's gonna shift in Miami," and he said it with such a certainty that it was like, "What do you know? Who's whose door are you knocking on, Fred?"
yeah, I don't know. They're real big friends with Toto over there. Um, I don't know. I just I'm tired of seeing Mercedes. I'm so tired. I'm so tired of Mercedes. I could even take Red Bull. Like, hey, we back with Red Bull dominance. Cool beans. We're good.
I just
But
feel like
Mercedes?
there's no aura. They put their drivers in fursuits, and somebody looked at that and was like, "This is the best thing we could have come up with. Like this is
The
exactly what
wolves?
we wanted."
The freaking wolves?
The wolves, the fursuits. What were we thinking? The gloves. Did you see the gloves?
I did.
Like the
I
furry
did.
gloves, but then they still had the watch on. What? Who approved that?
It's so bad. It was so bad.
They saw George Russell getting Omega allegations in this.
Every single time that you say that, it's taking me
I posted that on TikTok, and some people were not
out.
vibing with that joke. Like, some people were like, how dare you post this? I've been posting unhinged things on TikTok lately. I don't
like,
even care anymore.
like TikTok. Listen, TikTok has been so miserable. We just be saying stuff over there.
Yeah.
We just say stuff over there by this time. Um, but it was so bad. Like those fire suits were so ugly. Even the livery, like the front wing, I was like,
What
it's
were the.
so
Okay,
ugly.
guys. I'm
Like
so
what
convinced
was
that
that?
that front wing, I think they
Cursed.
should have gotten penalized for it, and they didn't even get penalized. And then they came up with a bullshit excuse, and they were like, oh, it actually hindered our performance. Oh, it hindered your
No, I
performance when you
did,
used it for
bro.
2 races. Yeah, I'm sure. And then everyone was accepting it. They were like, "Oh yeah, it hindered the performance. Of course it's not illegal." And I was like, "I'm pretty sure Merck isn't gonna come out. Toto is not gonna come out and be like, yeah, it actually increased our performance through this loophole." Like,
Like
he's never gonna admit to that.
so it, guys. It's just we we just spent 20 minutes hating
Mercedes.
on Mercedes.
So Charles is on the podium.
So yeah, moving on to like better news because we could make an entire episode just throwing hate to Mercedes.
So Charles was on the podium. Excellent. He
Yeah.
fought Lewis for a portion of the race. Um, but ultimately he was faster.
uh,
Um,
I was excited. Yeah, mind you, I was at the bar like this, like holding my drink, and I'm like this, staring at my phone. I'm like trying to look around and whatever, but then I'm like, and then I just see that the last 3 laps, and I still see the or like the papaya and the yellow Ferrari logo, and I'm like, war is over, war is over, war is over. We so good, we so good up in here.
um, we also had Ollie. Ollie and Stroll were the only two that did not finish the race, so we still have not gotten a 22 driver race finish. I kind of am doubting that we are ever going
Ever going to?
this season.
Yeah, this season's rough, y'all.
It's
This
crazy.
season's.
Last season there were like it was like the least amount of retirements in a
I
season or
know,
something, and now
which
this
was
one it's
insane.
every race. Um, but obviously Ollie had his incident with Colapinto and crashed.
Which honestly, it's so scary. Like these crashes, like this. Usually, when you used to see a crash, it used to be like, "Oh my god!" Like they hit it, like whatever. Like,
Yeah,
but like these crashes with under these new regulations look scary, like
yeah,
scary. The max crash when like
in
the
quali.
whole back, like the
Yeah,
whole that was in Australia, right? When the whole back just kind of went. Yeah, like that one scared me so bad. I was like, "Whoa, hold on." I was scared. I was like, "Hold up. These new cars don't look too
don't
safe,
look good.
y'all. They don't look good." And then I think Lando had the same thing. No, it wasn't Lando. It was Oscar.
Oscar,
Oscar,
yeah.
yeah, Oscar hit it really bad, and I was like, that doesn't look right, y'all. And then I just keep seeing all these things, and I'm like, that there's no way. There has to be something that we're missing, to the point that these cars look like horrifying. But yeah, I was like, these cars look scary. And then just seeing, I know that they said that he only had like a couple bruises on his knee and whatever, but my man's was stumbling.
Yeah,
He had like his knee and stuff. I'm pretty sure he got concussed.
yeah.
And they're keeping it hush hush, like they
Well,
did with Colapinto.
even like I feel like okay, he managed to get out of the car and everything, and he's like
Mm-hmm.
stumbling off. But you know, at some point, like, is that gonna come to where a driver can't even get out of the car? you know.
Yeah.
Which, and they
Yeah.
said it probably was to, obviously, Ollie's one of the taller drivers, and that's been said is that, like, the drivers are so strapped in up top that their legs are actually fairly loose, and it
Mm-hmm.
affects taller drivers worse because they're more likely to, like, bang their knees and things on, like, the inside of the car because they are so loose, and so, like, in a crash. Um, but, you know, if he like banged his knee hard enough or like whatever and all of a sudden he can't pull himself out of the car and the car catches on fire, like that's, like that's creating so many issues if it is these cars and like how they have to be built and everything.
Yeah. I mean, Alonso was getting like saying that his car was hurting him,
Yeah.
and even though it's like, yeah, oh, the Aston Martin is so bad at, but still, it's because of these regulations that the car is that bad.
Yeah. Well, and
Like,
then I mean the regulations caused the crash where
yeah,
Colapinto had to slow down to harvest energy, and
yeah.
Ollie they couldn't catch it in time,
Mm-hmm.
and that was why he went into the gravel in the first place and couldn't and then couldn't do anything. He just kind of had to lift his hands up and say, okay, I'm here.
Yeah. Which is absolutely scary. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know, these crashes lately have been rubbing me so wrong. I'm like, something I don't want to say, like, I don't want to speak it into existence, but we have to be real.
Yeah.
They're looking serious to the point that we could have a tragedy and we don't want that.
Yeah.
Because usually you would see them and you're like, you would see a crash and they're like, oh my god, like the hands device like saved him, or like the halo saved him, and it was like all these things, but they're not controlling it.
Yeah.
There's like no way of like, I don't know, I don't know, they're just rubbing me off the wrong way, and I feel like there's so many better ways to go on with these. I don't know, I just think that these regulations are just dumb. I don't know. I The cars are not my favorite. As you can, I have many opinions on the cars.
And then we also, so Ollie crashes, then we have a safety car.
Yeah.
Which I had to look up the difference yesterday between like yellow flag and red flag because there was so much stuff on the track, and then like the marshals had to go on and sweep it, and I was like,
Yeah.
shouldn't like what? Which I know they don't like to call red flags because of disruptions to the race. Where like and that's the point of the yellow flag is to cause the least amount of disruptions.
Mm-hmm.
But they had the crane on the track. They had the marshals standing on the track, and then they didn't red flag it. So then yesterday I fell down a whole deep dive on when to deploy like yellow or virtual safety car, yellow flag, red flag, double yellows, all of that. I
Yeah.
still don't know that I, to be honest, because there's like red flag. It's like, oh, a debris on track that needs to be cleared.
Uh,
And so I'm like,
yeah.
okay, so yesterday there was debris on track and marshals on track sweeping, but we are still on a yellow flag. I think I just really wanted that restart. So Kira.
Yeah. I feel like also I feel like there's also politics under that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, I feel like they're like, they're like, oh, like a lot of people don't want to disrupt how the cars are doing.
Well, yeah. But and
And
I'm like,
even though it's like under like, obviously the FIA like goes through all this and all this stuff, but like, you know what I mean, like,
I know, but I'm like, I personally, if there's a crane on track, the cars shouldn't be moving. Because even if they're going slow, they could spin, and all of a sudden they hit a crane. And the crane's not made to absorb their cars,
yeah.
especially at Suzuka. But, I don't know. I went down like a whole rabbit hole last night. Like red flags and yellow flags. So there's also earlier this season I was trying to explain the difference between a virtual safety car and a safety car to somebody.
Mm-hmm.
And as I was explaining it, I was like, I don't know that I actually understand the difference fully.
The difference.
Like,
Yeah.
I was like, I know the difference. Like, obviously the virtual is just the drivers have to slow down and they can't overtake each other. And then the
Yeah.
safety car is like a full, like a lot more slowing down and everything. But, again, virtual safety car, yellow flags, double yellow, and red, they all say can be used when debris is on track. And so I'm like, what is the debris scale that we're using here? Like,
are we saying the entire car? What, like the entire car just went down like Legos? Like,
and then we add in cranes, we add in drivers trying to get out versus like just being able to push the car behind the barrier. I don't know, man. I was like, this sport's dangerous.
Yeah. Car go fast, real
go
fast.
And car crash.
Car crash, real bad.
But safety car comes out. Kimi Antonelli, luckiest bastard on the track, starts the race on pole. Good for him. Loses 6 places in the start.
Yeah.
Then he's trying to claw his way back up. Oscar is leading the race for like
I know
25 laps or something.
I was on to one when I saw that. I was in a moment. I was like, we could have had it. I was like, we could have had it.
And then safety car comes out, and Kimi Antonelli gets the free pit stop, basically.
Yeah.
And Kimi and Lewis was the other one that benefited, but his beneficial advantage did not last as long as Kimi's. So I don't know, and I know the like power ranking scores are gonna come out. I guarantee Kimi's gonna have a 10. Like they're gonna be like, this was an incredible drive from the young driver, and I was like, really?
Was it? I think he just benefited from a lot of reasons right
the
here.
Only reason, I mean, maybe not the only reason, but the reason he won was largely because of that safety car. That gave him back all of the positions that he lost. I don't think that's a 10 weekend for Mr. Antonelli, despite the win and the pole.
Yeah.
I mean, he was fast in practice. Like, I know, he's talented, he's a good driver, whatever. However,
you know what?
If the safety car helps you win, that is not a 10 out of 10 weekend.
Yeah. I feel like...
Unless you're already leading, and you keep the lead after the safety car, because then obviously, like, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
Places to make them back up. But,
I feel like out of both Mercedes, I would prefer Kimi always over having George. But I'm getting tired, you know. I saw hope when I saw hope for like a little bit, and then my hopes and dreams kind of crashed when I saw that safety car. Yeah, I am not having a grand old time with everything. I'm a Williams fan. I'm a McLaren fan. We ain't doing that good. I gotta say something. Alex Albin's engineer, when Alex was like, where am I going like slower? Like what's going on? Like compared to Carlos. And then his engineer was like, what do you think? Excuse me? Excuse me? And then Alex is just like, yeah, sure. Like I've been saying that the car is
bad.
A crap box, literally. But yeah, it's my own driving style. I gave you all them good points like last year. Last year I had a really good season with all them points and stuff that I did. But no, yeah, it's my driving style. My driving style sucks. Yeah, I suck as a driver. Like, bro, you have to have a lot of courage to be an engineer and be like, why do you think that you're going slower? When I tell you that I had to like actually like take a moment, and I was like rereading, like I went to the app to see if it was like real. Because like I only have to like the Williams app to see the radios, because they barely put them on. Like, I don't see Williams on the
They
screen
haven't really even
almost.
been putting driver radios that much this year.
Yeah, I'm like,
Like a lot of the radios last night were just, oh, box confirmed. Like it was just like instant hits. But like
I feel like we don't have good in betweens. Last year was that we kept having more of the wags
yeah,
than the rays. This year is that we're literally not seeing anything.
yeah.
I feel like I'm blind most of the time.
Well, and
If it's not a Mercedes, they're not putting it on.
even last night, the like main camera was showing Mercedes, and then the side little camera that they put on like the driver tower
Yeah.
was also showing Mercedes. Like, and it was like Kimmy fighting Oscar in the main camera, and then it was Kimmy fighting Oscar in the little camera, and I was like, I don't care. I'm
Literally, like,
trying.
I want to see what's going on in the back. I keep
Like
seeing people switching
literally
positions.
anyone
What is going
else.
on?
Yeah,
Like, let me see Arvid. I want to see Arvid.
yeah.
I want to see Isaac. Like, y'all, I don't know. I'm not having a grand old time as a McLaren fan and as a Williams fan. Finally, McLaren finished the race, which thank God. And Oscar making those posts and being like, has been fun watching
Yeah,
watching racing. Like, everybody's just using like humor to like kind of deal with all of this because obviously they're not listening to them.
yeah.
The FIA doesn't listen to them. F1 doesn't
Supposedly,
listen to them.
there's gonna be a bunch of meetings in April. So
Well,
maybe
they need
that's
to
the
get their
Great
lives
Miami
together.
shift that Fred Vasseur is alluding
Yeah,
to.
I feel even Max isn't Max like going to dinner with like Stefano or something
Yeah,
like that.
that was well. That's the rumor right now.
That if even Max having to be like, I'm putting my foot down. Like,
I'm
we
gonna
need to have this
retire
meeting.
tomorrow if you
Literally,
don't do something.
literally, he's gonna be like, I'm out of this sport. Like, I am outie, bro. If you don't finish this tomorrow. Um, Max also like holy doodle cakes, which I have beef with him, but like I feel so bad for him. Like,
I saw a
during this
picture
season.
of him sitting in the car, and you can see like his eyes. There's nothing in them. Like no
Yeah,
light. He doesn't even look angry anymore. He just looks
yeah.
defeated.
My man is just a shell of a person right now. Like, he's
Which
just
I feel bad
driving
too.
because of
Like people are
driving.
like, oh, it's because he's not winning. And it's like, you have to remember, this man has been in this sport since he was 17. Like, he's given his whole young adult life to Formula One. That's all he's done. And I mean, like, people are like, oh, I can't believe he'd already retire. I'm like, he's been in the sport for 10 years. Like, that's a
Yeah,
long time to do anything. Let alone a
yeah.
sport that, like, kills your body. You know?
Hmm.
So I'm like,
Yeah.
the man's done it all already. He had the
And
seasons where he didn't win. Then he
I
had his
feel
seasons where he
like,
won.
yeah, and I also feel like he was a little. I saw a shift in Max after he had like that big crash, like the big um Australia crash. Like, I think that kind of like was like his
Yeah.
full, like he was not enjoying it already.
Already, yeah.
But like I feel like that was his like, I'm gonna start speaking up more. I'm gonna start saying more things. I'm gonna try to take matters into my own hands
Yeah.
because that was a scary crash.
Yeah.
And I bet he was like, okay, no, yeah, I'm not. Mm-mm. Like, and like, even he said it. He's like, I'm trying to adapt. Like I've been trying to adapt, but it is not enjoyable. I am not having fun. I
Yeah.
am not enjoying the sport that I gave up my life for. Like
Yeah.
when you're just not like enjoying it anymore. Like the car, like they've been saying about the safety thing, like, and it happened. They've been talking about all these things and they're not being listened to. Even Lando got a little sassy and he was like, um, oh, well, the fans are not enjoying it. And then the reporter was like, oh, like, drivers need to enjoy it too. And he's like, we're clearly not.
Yeah.
Clearly not. So, like, to the point that almost all of your drivers are like, bro, what are we doing? Like, what are we doing? So I'm glad that that they're all staying vocal, but like I don't think anybody is as done with everything as Max is, and
Yeah.
people are forgetting that Max could literally just be like, okay,
Yeah.
goodbye, pieces,
Yeah.
deuces, we're done. Like, because I thought that Lando, as much as I'm a Lando fan, I thought that Lando would be like, oh yeah, I'm out of the sport. No, like, he would not do that. Like, but Max would.
Yeah.
And I feel like Max is gonna be the one to actually push them to like fix this.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay. Quick IndyCar Barber recap. Barber happened. Did you watch?
I did, I
Uh,
did, I did.
Hello won.
Like this and dying, but I did watch it. Um,
Hello won. He won. He led 79 of 90 laps.
Graham podium.
Graham got a podium. Who? Oh, and then Lungard.
And
Lungard almost
Lungard.
lost
And,
his
and,
podium.
and Lungard was there.
Um, Last time Ray Hall got a podium was 2023.
Yeah, 2023.
And both his teammates, his Louis finished 24th and Mick finished 25th. So
Yeah.
crazy difference.
Crazy difference, true.
Lungard's now third in the championship. He has
And I
passed
feel
Patricia.
like that's crazy. That's kind of crazy though. That's insane. That's insane to say, ooh, McLaren need to get their things together. Things are not gonna. This is. I was saying this last year. I was like, it's gonna come to the point that
Well,
he's
and
gonna get.
that was what people were saying last year because Pato wasn't doing great and
Yeah.
Lungard was, and people were like, "Oh, like Lungard's gonna leash Pato and show the world like that Patricio's a fraud, basically. Like he's not actually as good in IndyCar. He just hasn't had the teammates." Which I disagree. I think Rossi was a good teammate for Pato.
Yeah.
But that was like kind of the thing that was going around Twitter, and then Pato came back and had a phenomenal second half of the season and got second in the championship. And there was even a point where people were like, could he overtake Pelot for the championship at this point?
Yeah.
But Pelot just had an even more spectacular season than Pato.
Yeah, I feel like, honestly, I thought that Lungard was going to win if it wasn't for that pit stop. I saw the pit stop and I was like, oh, he's done. Yeah, we're done. Wrap it up. It's going to be Polo. Which I would have, I'm sorry, I would have, as much as I like Polo, which I'm not a fan, but I like him as a person. He's a nice person to like talk to.
Yeah.
Not a huge Polo fan over here, but I do love him as a person. Like he's super sweet, super nice guy. As much as I like him, I do not want him to win again. I am over him. I really wanted
we got a
Kyle.
Joseph win, we got a Kyle win, we got a Pelot win, and now
we're back to this.
However, Kyle is very strong around Long Beach, which is the next race.
I know. I'm honestly rooting so hard for Kyle. Like I need this. You know what I mean? Like I need this. Like
I think a Kyle championship
I think
would heal people.
Yeah. Yeah, and I feel like it would even bring more people into the sport because they're going to be like, "Oh my god, there's finally somebody else winning." Yeah. So, there's more options now, like there's like variation, like but like Andretti is doing real strong. Yeah. They're doing real good.
Will Power obviously he crashed in qualifying, so he started I think 23rd, 22nd.
Yeah, ish.
He ended 12th. So even like, Power had a pretty great comeback considering he crashed yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And so they got the car ready to go. They got the car fixed, and he came back and made up 10, 11, 12 places. That's pretty great. I don't even know what happened to Ericsson, to be honest.
But I don't know, but Ericsson has his moments. When he got that pole,
I just don't know. Where did he finish? Barber results.
Yeah,
finish that?
we promised that we did watch the race. Well, I watched. I don't know.
I did
Kira
watch
was in it, but like not in it.
um
I did watch it. I was just like, if it's, I'm gonna be real honest. If it ain't my favorite driver, I'm not kind of looking at anybody else. You know what I mean? There was a time that I saw there was a possibility of Rossi being in a podium, and I was like,
yeah,
um,
that was pit
but then,
cycles.
yeah, and I was like, oh, never mind. Um,
Malukas got fourth, so he's probably pretty high in the championship standings now too. He's had like quite a few strong weekends
yeah,
to start the
Malukas
season.
is doing real good.
Maluka's killing
Like,
it in Penske.
yeah, Malukas went to Penske, and he was like, oh yeah, I know what I'm doing with my power right now. But yeah, I feel like I would love a Kyle Kirkwood win. Like, I'm over Polo. Like the 500, I already see it in my head. It's gotta be Polo again, and I'm
Yeah.
so over. I'm so over. Like I want something new. I want something new. I want somebody completely random to win the 500, or just give me somebody other than Polo. I want Pato,
Joseph?
please. Even Joseph, like at this point, I don't even like Joseph. I'm not even a Joseph fan. I cannot. I for the life of me, I cannot be a Joseph fan, even though he's stuck in my wall. Y'all, the only reason he's stuck in my wall was because I wanted Scotty, and yeah. Anyways, um,
Okay, so who you kind of just answered the last point on our outline, but
mm-hmm.
like who do you want to win the championship as of right now after seeing the first four
Kirkwood.
IndyCar races? Kirkwood.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I feel like Kirkwood.
I
Who?
love like I want a Pato championship, but I feel like Kyle has I've like hopped on the Kyle train now. Like I
Yeah,
liked him last year. It was so fun. I loved seeing him win in Long Beach last year.
yeah.
And so I was like, "Oh, I like him, but like Pato's my driver." But now I'm like, "Get out of here, Pato.
Like,
Whatever."
and it's not like that. It's not like we don't love Pato and stuff like that. The thing is,
He was mean in Arlington and I had
he
issues.
was, yeah, Arlington. He was something in Arlington. And I have to, like as a Latina, I gotta be like, okay, you know, like, hey, we're Latinos, we stick together, we love each other, woo. But like sometimes I just can't do it. I can't do it with him, and it's even like getting interactions with him is like so difficult because everybody just jumps on him all the time, and I get it. Good for him, love that for him. Um, but it's just like I don't know. And then when he's like, when you finally get an interaction with him, it's like 2 seconds and like a weird picture.
Yeah.
So it's like I don't know.
Who do you think is winning the F1 championship? I almost said Kyle.
Kyle,
Kimmy.
Kyle Kirkwood is gonna win the
Kyle
F1.
Kirkwood is going to do double duty and win
Yeah.
both championships.
Yes, he is.
Kimmy or George? Who do you think? I know we both have kind of already said we'd rather Kimmy at this point, but
Yeah.
do you think Kimmy has what it takes at this current moment as a second year driver?
He could. Honestly, it's all in the car. You know what I mean? Like right now, that car is the rocket ship, and unless they completely change everything by Miami, um, and the cars start actually like all the other cars start to actually work and actually do things that they're supposed to be doing, I think that it could. No, never mind. It's gonna be George. Yeah, I feel like Kimmy could pretty much fight for it. Like it could be like really close between George and Kimmy. But like at the end of the day, like seniority, like the fact that he has been there for like George has been there longer, and he has like the most experience.
Yeah.
It's gonna be George. Like at the end of the day, George has more experience in this. Um, but it could be a really close one. Like it can be like really close could be a battle to the last race, which, guys, I'm over it. Let's stop doing that. I'm over it. And the fact is that I'm forcing myself to watch F1 because it's just like it took the fun out of it.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, "Oh, you weren't saying this when it was like McLaren winning." Uh, First of all, kind of yes, I was. I was getting tired of like seeing the same people, but I really wanted Lando to win. But at the same time, you get tired. When Red Bull was always winning, I was tired of it.
I feel like Red Bull
Like,
was funny though. Like in a weird way, that 2020 was it 23 when Max won everything? Yeah.
yeah,
2023 Max wins everything. It was like funny still because all of the jokes came out and it was like, "Oh, the Max Verstappen podcast." You know, but Mercedes does not have the aura
yeah,
that
they're just not.
Max had, that it just like it's not funny. Like it's you can't.
You're just trying to push George's personality to
Yeah.
me, and I don't like it.
Yes.
He is not likable, y'all. He is not. He has like 10 fans. No, okay. Like not to that point. Sorry, y'all.
There's a
Sorry,
couple
sorry.
people on TikTok that are gonna argue.
Well, they can argue with me. I don't care really. The moment I see that you're a George defender, or I see anything that relates to George, automatically I don't care.
I look. People
Automatically
are
I don't care.
comparing like they're like, "Oh, Kimi Antonelli's gonna have more wins than Charles now." Why are you bringing
Hope
Charles into this? Like, hello?
he's
And
gonna
people
have
are
more
throwing
wins
it
than
at
Charles.
George. Like, they're like,
Who?
"Oh, George is gonna break Charles's win record, or like win tally," and it's like, okay, and George has an illegal rocket ship. Like, he
Like,
should. It's embarrassing if he doesn't at this point. Thank you.
like it's bad, dude. Like I can't. I don't like this. I don't. It's like you're trying to force me. Put Fred Vesty in that car, and I will be 100% for Mercedes.
Anyways, watch IndyCar.
Anyways,
We've
watch
had
IMSA and
three
IndyCar.
different winners in
It's so
four
much fun.
races. Even though,
Honestly,
yeah, yeah,
IndyCar has been so
it's been
much
good this
fun.
year. It's been
Like
interesting this year.
this year has been so good. And I
I feel like
feel
even
like,
okay again. Palou was winning everything last. Like Palou did so well last year. He won
but even
like
then it was
most of the
very
races. It was
interesting.
interesting, and like the back of the field makes it interesting. The pit stops make it interesting, but like F1, it's like, oh, Franco couldn't recharge his battery.
Okay.
That's the whole race. And then I saw something too today, or somebody was like tweeting, and they were like, "Oh, this is the first season of F1 in a really long time. I'm not getting up to watch quali," and they were like, "I don't care. I
yeah,
don't
I'm
care
not.
about
I'm
quali.
even
I'm
me.
gonna wake up. It's gonna be Kimmy or George."
I'm not watching practices anymore.
Yeah.
I'm over it. I'm not watching quali. I'm over it. And the race, if I am up and I am close to a TV, I will watch it. Last night I watched it because I was like, "Oh my god, McLaren is possibly going to finish this race, so I need to watch." Like, and I pulled up my phone and I watched, and then I saw Mercedes was winning, and I was like, ah, like I was already like done with it.
Yeah.
But IndyCar, I feel like, bro, we were getting today. We were getting the fight between. It was like, I think it was like Grosjean and Ferrucci, and they were like way back,
Yeah.
but we were getting it, and they
It
were
was.
like getting into it.
Yeah.
Like it was interesting. And then you could also see that they were saying something about the people that were like really, really in the back, and they were still like excited, and they were like into it, talking about the people who are still in the back. Like
Yeah.
I'm over F1 for this season if we continue this way.
Yeah.
Now, it can all change if they fix this. Then it will. They can. I'm sorry. They can possibly can't keep like. They keep saying like, oh, like the ratings and all these things. Like they can't be seeing ratings right now not drop.
I feel like everybody I've talked to and everybody I've seen online, with the exception of George's fan club, has been like, the season sucks. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not interested in practices. I'm not interested in quali. when even, I mean, Charles had that whole quote where he was like, this is stupid, like, this is ruined quality that you can't push. And you can't, like, you can't find anything different in a lap because you're so focused on how the battery is going to work.
Yeah.
That's making it for the fans too, where it's like, well, we already know Mercedes is the fastest car. Because even in quali in years past, with the fastest car was not always on pole because there were so many other elements. And now it's
Yeah.
like, well, like they took away so many of these elements. It doesn't
They took
matter.
they took the racing elements out of it a bit because they're not as like as focused on their craft because of all these things that they have to worry about.
Yeah.
And yeah, like I get it. Like it's like almost to the point that it's like boring to everybody and we're not watching because we know like it's going to be repetitive. And when something becomes too repetitive to the point that it's like, bro, that's not even funny anymore. Like at least with McLaren still like they were like last year there were still things going on. There was like drama. There was like the papaya rule. So everybody was like kind of messing around with that. Like in years prior, at least there was like something that kept it interesting always.
Yeah. And
This year like not even the drivers, like you even see their interviews and they're like dead, like their faces are like dead, like they're not even, you see different people up in the podium and they don't even like look as happy as they used to. And it's like, bro, like the only people who are happy right now is Mercedes. And I knew that this was gonna happen the moment that they were like, oh, like that is illegal, but we're just gonna let them through because it's a loophole. I knew that this was gonna happen the moment that like they let that happen. Like,
do you have a hot take?
Hot take.
You want me to say mine?
Yeah.
Just because a driver is winning doesn't mean you have to like them. You are allowed to dislike anybody you choose.
Mm-hmm.
Just because their aura annoys you. Like, I think people need to stop policing how other people interact with the sport.
Yeah.
On both IndyCar and F1 side, because there's also been some Polo fans lately that are like, oh, you just don't like Polo because he's winning.
Because he's winning.
I actually just have not really, I don't vibe with his aura.
Yeah, like the same way that I'm with Newgarden. Everybody's like, oh, like you don't like Newgarden, like, but Newgarden is like the guy of like IndyCar, like it's Joseph Newgarden, and I don't like him. I don't vibe with him. I don't like his aura. I don't think he's funny. I don't know. I did not find anything to like from him. I'm not relating. I don't relate to him. There's nothing. So I'm not liking him.
What's your hot take?
My hot take.
You don't like Joseph Newgarden?
I don't like Joseph Newgarden. Hot take. Guys, we're allowed to comment on like not liking something on that same branch of you, like you're allowed to not like a driver. I'm allowed to not like somebody's attitude even though I love them, or like I am allowed to speak up on stuff that I don't like when it becomes like when it's me talking about a driver. Am I like when the whole Max kicking out somebody from the press out and I spoke up about it, I got eaten up because I said that I didn't like his attitude or I didn't like what he did. But I'm allowed to do that. Doesn't mean that I don't love Max. Love him dearly because he's funny. I think he's funny. I not a huge fan of Red Bull, but I do love Max. When I said that, and then somebody was like, "Oh, but when it was Newgarden, you didn't say anything." I don't like Newgarden. I'm not gonna speak up on him when I don't like him. Period. And when he did the whole thing with the press, like he didn't talk to the press for like a month. I said it. I was like, oh, I don't like that. I don't like that he did that. So yeah, we're allowed to comment and have opinions on stuff that we see and that we don't agree with. Thank you.
Thank you for watching the Formation Yap. If you made it this far, follow us on TikTok and Instagram, Formation Yap Pod. Or find us on TikTok and Instagram, Viv Talks Fast Car Kira, and if producer Emma never comes back to the episode, she is Fast Car Fangirl.
Oh, find us in our YouTube, guys. We do have a we do have a YouTube channel. We're trying to grow on it. We got a few views.
We are working on Apple TV. Or not Apple TV.
Apple
Podcasts.
Apple TV too. You know what? Find us
Apple TV. We're taking over the world, guys.
We're taking over.
We will see you next week. Have a good Monday.
Bye.